Gary,
Yes.
you have spent several decades pushing the federal government to be more open and holding the feet of government officials to the fire. So my first question to you is, out of this many years, why do you care and why should we care about transparency?
Well, even before I answer that, I think we all want to give a little round of applause. Patrice McDermott won the James Madison Award for her advocacy on openness, so that's congratulations. And I think it's an indication of why we all do care about transparency and openness. For me, and for each of us, I should say, we each have different definitions, but for me, there are really three kinds of reasons. The first of why I care about this is to empower people. When we make information like the toxics release inventory available, parents have better choices. When we make data about consumer complaints from the Consumer Product Safety Commission, again, people have a better informed decision. The second reason, I think, is for greater government accountability. When we start to make the Inspectors General reports available, when we start to have much more transparency about the functions of what agencies are doing, we then can build the trust back in our government to know that government is functioning well. And the third reason why I think we all care is really to have a more informed and better democracy. When we start putting out information around elections, when we have a better understanding of how to involve and participate in our government, which is equal to the notion of transparency, then we again rekindle the notion of we the people. So those three reasons I think are critical, Patrice.
Yeah.
I would also say that makes it much more difficult for my colleagues in government to respond to the notion of are we improving transparency and openness, because everyone has a slightly different take on it.
Right. And regardless of what they do, we ask for more.
Absolutely, and that's our job.
That's our job. So OMB Watch has been analyzing recently how the administration has responded to the 70 detailed recommendations that were endorsed by over 300 organizations and individuals back in 2008, and that your predecessor, Norm Eisen, used to say he carried around as a Bible. What are the results of that analysis? And building on that and your experience, what more can be done to strengthen government openness?
Well, I think he didn't quite call it a Bible. I think he called it a blueprint.
Blueprint, that's right, that's right.
But whatever, I think the point was that many of us from the left and right came together, and when I say many, these were over 300 organizations and individuals that supported detailed recommendations, 70 of them. The effort was led by Sean Moulton of OMB Watch. Sean, by the way, was inducted into the National Freedom of Information Act Hall of Fame this week under Sunshine Week, so also a congratulations to him. This report, which has just been released today, this morning, and is apparently on your screen here, and you can get to it through OpenTheGovernment.org, lays out almost in an encyclopedic fashion how the administration has been doing on these detailed 70 recommendations. I must say, as I read the report, I was impressed by how many of those 70 the administration either has been addressing or has addressed. Yet, I must say also at the same time, while I was impressed with the effort and the commitment made, I think that the sum of the 70 recommendations do not add up to something greater than the whole, which is what we do want. That is, when you go to this far, what you want to really see is a more transparent government. And I'm not sure that adding all of these specific items equals that yet.